Thank you for taking the time on a blistery day to come and join us. I'm very excited today because I've been following technology and politics for now about 10 years. We run a conference every year. It's held in June at Lincoln Center for about 1,000 people who focus on technology and politics for a living. But I haven't seen a particular technology grow as fast and as interestingly as mobile technology in becoming a mainstay for political persuasion, political activism, raising money, or just finding out where the best restaurant is. So just to give you a couple of quick data points, which my panelists shared with me before we sat down, there are over 4.5 billion text messages sent in the United States every single day. That's up from 2.5 last July. So from July of 2008 to July of 2009, it doubled. And it's expected to double again to probably 9 billion by the middle of next year. And you may be wondering, well, who's sending all these text messages? Well, there's over 270 million mobile accounts in the United States. That means that at least 40 million of those are dogs. But obviously, what's going to happen is just like when we read about the fact that there are more cars in the United States than there are people, we're going to eclipse the number of people by the number of cell phones soon. And to give you a sense of this on a global scale, it's estimated by the year 2012, 7 billion people in the world are going to have cell phones. And if you think about the cell phones that they have today, and you think about the cell phones that you've had in the last couple of years, by 2015, when 90 or 95% of all humanity is connected by cell phones, the cell phones that they're going to have are going to make an iPhone of today look like a Motorola brick from 10 years ago. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my panelists. They're going to say a quick word about who they are. In fact, they're going to introduce themselves. They're going to say a quick word about who they are, what their organization does. And then I'm going to ask them a series of questions to extract some detail about their day-to-day activities and their perspectives on this changing arena, and then we're going to try to open it up to the audience as quickly as possible so we can get your comments and questions. The idea behind this event is really to make it as interactive as possible, to make this really as much of a workshop so that we can really answer all your questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions that may seem obvious. I'm still learning about this stuff every single day. Everybody's here to learn, so I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable. We have a microphone set up in the middle of the room for anybody, so we can also record your question. This session is being recorded so that it can be promptly posted on YouTube and then streamed to every mobile phone in America by the end of the day.
Why not live?
So, or live. We can do that live. We can do it live too if you really want for some of us. So I'm going to start all the way at the end of this table. Enrique, would you be kind enough to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi. Okay. I'm Enrique Piraces. I work for Human Rights Watch.
Take your microphone a little closer, please.
Oh. Hi. Better. Okay. So I am Enrique Piraces. Enrique, actually. I'm not Enrique. I'm Enrique Piraces. I work for Human Rights Watch. I'm going to let Emma explain what we do. She does that better. I am the senior online strategist, and among other things, I lead the charge for the scanning of technologies that can have a positive impact on our work.
I'm Emma Daly. I'm the communications director at Human Rights Watch. We're one of the largest international human rights organizations in the world. We have about 280 staff. We report on around 80 countries. And what we do is go out and gather facts on the ground about human rights violations. We pull our information together, we corroborate it, we verify it. We produce reports about the abuses that we've identified. We then, usually with the help of the media, try to publicize those abuses as much as possible in order to try to bring about change. We take our information to governments, officials, parliamentarians, donors, to anybody we think has leverage over the perpetrators of the human rights abuse, and we use our information to try to push them to rewrite laws, to implement human rights standards, to stop abusive behavior wherever it takes place. It's a complex series of interconnected steps, and it's very difficult work. It takes a very long time often to see results, and it's complicated by the fact that we work in so many different places with so many different languages and with so many different sort of target audiences.
Jed?
I'm Jed Alpert. I'm the founder of Mobile Commons, along with Benjamin Stein, who's in the audience. And we're a web-based mobile platform that allows any business or organization to integrate with their data or their communications with mobile. We specialize in three broad areas. One is a commercial practice, which is not what we're going to talk about today. The other is nonprofit advocacy and political, which would include organizations ranging from the NRDC to political parties to advocacy organizations and public affairs. And then the second area is really the public sector, which is government and services administration, which focuses on things like healthcare, education, and other kinds of government and health and human services.
Thanks very much. I'm Katrine Roklas, and I'm the co-founder of an organization called mobileactive.org. It's a clearinghouse of information on the use of mobile technology in social change work. We maintain a website at mobileactive.org where you can find lots of resources on how nonprofits are using mobile technology, case studies, and actual applications that are out there. There's a big database. And then we also have a network of people all around the world and events that go with it, a community of practitioners, of people like you who are using mobile technology and exchange information, describe their projects, learn lessons, innovate, occasionally fail, and often succeed.
Thank you. So in the spirit of full transparency, I'll let you know that I asked our panelists today to send me some questions so that they could, instead of giving a presentation, that we could extrapolate their knowledge through a give and take. And the first question that I want to ask is the one that I think that really sets the stage for everyone else, which was one that came from Katrine. So why do you care so much about mobile tech for nonprofits and social change work?
You're asking me?
Yes.
My own question.
Well, all the panelists are free to jump in wherever they feel like.
Well, I think you kind of gave it away there. The 4.6 billion cell phones, mobile subscriptions in the world provide an unprecedented opportunity to reach people that haven't been reached before. I saw from the attendee list that most of you operate in the United States. We are reaching saturation point here. It's an always-on information channel, and it allows organizations to deliver services, to provide information, to reach constituents in ways that we just haven't seen really historically to date. Internationally, that's even more so the case, where people who have not been and are likely not going to be anytime soon online are connected in ways that just we have never seen before. And so that provides an enormous amount of opportunities for connection, for services, for communities of practice, for support and information services, some of which I hope we'll talk about today. It also presents an enormous amount of challenges because this is not a very easy channel or medium. And so I hope we get to those as well.